At the heart of the school closure talk around Box Elder County in recent weeks lies Bunderson Elementary. The 55-year-old school has been targeted as a possible closure option, but many county residents say closing the school would be a huge mistake.
I just love how this building is built, how it's constructed.
Bunderson Principal Scott Hunsaker is one of those people. Despite a recommendation from Box Elder School District Superintendent Stephen Lane to close the school, Hunsaker said the building still has plenty of life left and offers students and parents a number of advantages that other facilities around the district don't have.
The things that I love about Bunderson is the stage area, which is behind me. It is very spacious, and it just kind of has the feel of an old-fashioned elementary school stage. There are side stage doors. This is an exterior room, and so if you look over here to the south, you can see that it has windows to the outside, and the kindergarten also has entrances that are separate to the kindergarten. If you look to the north in this building, you will see windows also. So whether you're on the north side, whether you're on the south side, every single room in the school has natural light and is open to the outside. It's a good big playground. You know, you've got room upon room upon room for all the students that you could ever hold here. This is the north side of the playground. This is where our intermediate grade students play. We are situated on almost 10 acres at Bunderson. We have just a very large playground space, and that's luxurious. Gives us, again, a lot of room for students to spread out on. We have a soccer field, 2 baseball fields, basketball courts, tetherball, and just a lot of room.
Hunsaker did say, however, that the Bunderson building is by no means perfect and does offer its fair share of challenges to deal with on a daily basis. Many of those challenges stem from the fact that a school designed in the 1950s isn't always the most accommodating to updates required by today's technology.
The walls are solid brick. I mean, there's just no way to really add additional electrical capacity without running it on the exterior of the walls. It's cosmetic. I mean, it's not a safety concern at all, but it doesn't look great to have a lot of, you know, conduit running for wiring, but you know, we make it work. That's maybe one of the faults where the building is as solidly built as it is, that you just don't have a lot of space to do additional wiring.
Although the wiring that runs across the school isn't a safety concern for students and faculty members, Hunsaker said it's a cosmetic issue that needs to be dealt with. He also pointed to a few other areas of the school where future upgrades would be convenient.
The secretary sits right here, the principal's office is right here, and so you see everything. So the good thing is that you see everything, and probably the bad thing is that you also see everything, because we really don't have a very good reception area. It's small, and the secretary's kind of out here in the hall almost. Some of the things that I don't like about this area, as much as maybe some other kitchens, is we do have our freezers and our coolers over here that are on the outside of the wall. Be nicer if they were built in or could be held back in the kitchen, but we make it work. Again, it's mostly cosmetic.
At last week's school board meeting, board members voted to take Bunderson off the table for now by a 4-3 vote. While it could be put back up for closure in the future, Hunsaker again listed reasons why the school should remain open despite its faults.
The thing that I like about this building is, yes, it is a little older, but it is very well built. It was built by the same architect that designed Ogden High School, that is still in use. The main thing is that the building has just been really well cared for over the years. Bunderson building has a very solid foundation. It has a great roof. We have no problems with leakage. We have, you know, just a great, really solid building here. Electrical capacity is a big area of concern. At some point, it would have to probably be doubled from what it is today. Also, the state of the floors is not as good as I would like, and we should have new tile or carpet put down at some point in time, because the floors are getting kind of brittle. One of the best things about this building is that it is so well made, and possibly one of the worst things about this building is that it is so well made because there's no space between the walls and there's no space above the ceiling, and it just gets really hard to run wires, and so a lot of that turns out being exterior, which isn't as nice to look at as you'd want to see, but something that probably you would need to considers not one of the building's real strengths. A lot has been made of the idea that if you closed a school besides Bunderson under policy 1225, you would have no room for student growth. In reality, there is some room for student growth. Yeah, there is room to expand. Now, granted, not as much room as with the other schools, and that, you know, I can't argue, because the other schools do have more classrooms, and that's just the reality. But to look at policy 1225 and say there is no room for growth is not completely accurate either. We are at 408 students right now, and I think Bunderson could go as high as 465, maybe 475, and fit that many more students in really comfortably. So that's going to house a lot more students, and if we needed to bus some students here, then we could do that. One thing about Bunderson, it is located in a very quiet neighborhood. We have very little automobile traffic, we have very little foot traffic through here. It's quiet, it's safe. We are able to lock down the whole playground with our fences and still keep the building itself open. And I just really like the fact that it is in such a settled, secure area. What you have here is a really special mix of the community, how it's located, and where people are, and that you have a lot of very well settled homes and families. There's just something about a neighborhood school like Bunderson is that just feels a little bit different. You have a very unique combination of students, or parents, teachers, and staff who work together in the best interest of the students. It is just a shame to to close a community school, a neighborhood school, but on the other hand, is it fiscally responsible to have five schools open when 4 schools can do the job? I love what Nancy Kennedy said in the last board meeting, that in reference to the Bunderson parents, she said, you may be here tonight supporting Bunderson, but if Bunderson stays open, you might still find your student going to another school, because boundaries are going to have to move.
I like all the teachers and that it's safe for me. It is my favorite school.
I like it because the teachers are all friendly and they can say hi to you. In your classroom, you get to meet a lot of new people, and then you can have a lot of fun but still learn.
I like it because there's a lot of nice teachers and good structure and good heating, the heating works, and good food. I like how big the school is because we can fit more students in, and it can still run smoothly with all the students.
As of now, it looks like Bunderson's future is safe. Hunsaker said he felt the school could handle additional students should another school in the area be closed. However, as long as school closure remains a topic in Box Elder County, there's no doubt that Bunderson Elementary, due to the age of the building, will be right at the heart of it. For The Leader, this is Dave Archer.